It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
Hi, and welcome to the Forum on Eagle Television. Great to have you watching along. We're going to talk about music today. It's going to be fun because there's some great programs coming up this summer that will be entertainment-wise just terrific. The program brought to you by Hayes Med. Our guest, Max Haverfield. The Sound of Glory. It's coming your way this summer. Max, you put together some really wonderful, I'll call them tours.
Yes,
but groups of people that perform in our part of the world. You're obviously Fort Hays grad, music, sing, watch some of your stuff, good. Where's Sound of Music come from?
Sound of Glory. Sound of Glory was something, kind of an idea that I'd been thinking about since I put together my Christmas tour. You know, that of course has a shelf life of a month or so before Christmas, and I thought, well, what can I do next that will something that I can do a little longer? And so Sound of Glory has kind of an Americana, patriotic feel. We're going to kick it off this summer on a 4-city tour in the month of June. And then, you know, after that, it could carry on further if we get picked up and get presented by other shows or other venues. But this will be the kickoff for this show, and something that I can do more months out of the year than like the Christmas one.
Well, I know you really enjoy singing, and you put together the tour that went over Christmas, holiday music and other things. How did that go?
Great. I loved it. We're going to do another Christmas tour later on this year, of course, and we had a great showing. We had great support. There were 7 of us musicians, you know, from several western towns that toured, and we had about 750 people come to all of them all together, which was great for a starting out show in some of these smaller venues. And so this Sound of Glory, we're hoping for something comparable or better, and then Christmas even better than that. So, but we've got great reception from our friends and fans. So.
Well, you know what I'd say? I mentioned Sound of Music. That name's probably already taken.
Yeah, so I hear. Yeah, exactly.
Sound of Glory probably works well because it does go into, and you and I were talking, you hear some of the patriotic music during the summertime, obviously fits into some of that. 1, how do you select the songs? 2, how do you select the venue? And then secondly, where do you find musicians? So let's start with the first one. What's the music? What is the background? You talk about Sound of Glory. Yes. Obviously patriotic, could be, but what else is in there?
The title kind of comes from a mixture of my history with musical theater, big singing. You know, as we discussed on the last program I was here, I'm trained in opera, and so this music has a grand feel to it. The foundation of it is some patriotic numbers. God Bless America, a great number entitled Let Freedom Ring, the Star Spangled Banner, a specialized version of that. And then within that, we'll also feature musical theater, Americana kind of numbers that a lot of people recognize, and kind of build from there. And remind me, the venues.
Well, let's go back before. Let's go to the music. When you look at that, you mentioned, and for somebody that wasn't watching last time, big, what's that mean? How do you sound big? What is sounding big? Other than loud like you would sing in the shower. Loud is different than big, correct?
Loud is different than big. So big singing comes from training, from operatic singing. So in theory, a lot of this music that I'll be singing and the people who are joining me have the capability as an opera singer to sing without a microphone. With this music, we want to be able to take it soft on some of the moments where we can make it a little more intimate, but and so we will use microphones. But we could, because of our background, we could sing it all operatically, and there will be some of those moments where when we let loose, and when one of our singers, Catherine Dowling, she's actually from Hayes, lives in Kansas City now, but when she lets loose on we sing You'll Never Walk Alone, and you have no doubt about her training and her background as an opera singer.
Oh, very good. Well, when you do that, you get the right singers, the right songs. The venues, how do you get the venue?
So the venue was one of the interesting parts for this this season. Last time we had a mixture of auditoriums, churches, and one dinner show venue. This year, the dinner show venue went really well the last time, and there was a good energy, and everybody was kind of contributing their night to this Christmas show we were putting on. So I've partnered with all dinner show venues this time to make it that full evening event. So in Hayes, we have the Country Club. Elsewhere, we have a convention center, a dinner theater, a ballroom, all places that have their own following as well, which helps us to draw in a crowd in addition to the people that already know about us.
Well, you talked about Hayes. Where are you traveling?
For all the stops. So we've got Overland Park that we're going to. We've got Hayes at the Smoky Hill Country Club. We've got Colby at the City Limits Convention Center, and then Scott City at the Majestic.
Wow, you have a nice tour then across the state.
Exactly.
And talk a little bit then about the artists. Where do you go to find those that the performers that sing with you? The same group that did the holiday?
There's kind of a mixture. So last season we had a Western group, and then I also did one more concert in Kansas City with some Kansas City-based musicians. And the thing from that was you had double the rehearsal with two different groups. So I decided this year to make it all one group and take from some of both, and a couple of new people as well. So we've got 3 of us singers, a trumpet player, a pianist, and an electric keyboardist. And so it just has, the trumpet player will really add that polish to a lot of this patriotic feel that we're going for. And then the 2 other singers with me, one tends to be a little bit more, Madeline, tends to be more into the musical theater side, and then Kathy can really let loose on some of the big, powerful numbers that we do too.
People come to your concert. They listen, they perform, they say, boy, Max, you did a great job. What would you like them to leave with when they leave like the Sound of Glory event? What would you like them to leave feeling? Because music does let you feel things.
That's a good question, because that's what it's all about to me. You know, this music that we do, I want to give people a couple of hours of good feeling, good food, you know, leaving like, this is patriotic music, but even for the Christmas show, it would be a similar feeling that we have more in common than what divides us, and I love doing this music where we all have the same message, you know, as Americans, and putting on a patriotic show. I want people to remember all of this history that we have together in America.
Well, boy, it sounds like fun. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Max to talk about kind of the dates, where that's going to be, and even better yet, how you can find tickets to be a part of this and join in with these events as well. Our guest, Max Haverfield. We'll be back with more after this from Hayes Med.
Hayes Med is your first and best choice for healthcare. They're the only facility providing tertiary level services in this region. With more than 70 physicians and 26 specialties ranging from heart, orthopedic, spine care, cancer, obstetrics and gynecology, wound care, rehabilitation and surgery, including the Da Vinci robotic surgery, Hayes Med is your comprehensive health provider for people throughout Western Kansas. Hayes Med, helping people be healthy.
Eagle Communications is your ultimate business partner. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. The only piece missing is your business. Call Eagle Communications today at 877-61-EAGLE.
Hi everyone, this is Gerard Welbrock inviting you to join us for Tiger Talk. We record it over the noon hours Mondays at Old Chicago, north of the interstate in Hayes, and play back at 6 o'clock Monday nights on Tiger Radio Mix 103. You can also catch it on Eagle TV's channel 14 and 614, Tuesday and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m., and always on HaysPost.com. So join us for Tiger Talk over the noon hour Mondays at Old Chicago.
Welcome back to the second half of our forum, where we're going to find out where Max and his groups are going to be playing. But first off, remember, send me a note if you have an idea or suggestion for future shows. We'd like to hear from you. Gary.Shorman@eaglecom.net. And don't put an E in Shorman or it'll go somewhere else. I don't know who that guy is. Anyway, look forward to hearing from you. We have some great guests on this show. Max is one of those examples, somebody that grew up here, went to Fort Hays State University, now performing all over the state, and has put together a great program for the summer called The Sound of Glory. And Max, tell us about dates and when they're going to be different places, but specifically when they're going to be in Hays.
Yes, so we have 4 show dates to start out with. We're going to Hays on June 13th, 2019, all 2019 June this year. We have, after that, Colby on the 14th, June 14th, Scott City on June 15th, that's a Saturday, and then we'll skip a couple of weeks, and on June 28th, we'll be in Overland Park at the Camelot Ballroom.
Very cool. So get on your calendar, June 13th, if you're in this area watching this, be great. But Colby's not too far away, and neither is Scott City, so it's all in that weekend. If
Exactly.
You want. And all of them are dinner events.
All dinner events.
Hot dogs? What do you get?
A little classier type of affair.
But good hot dogs.
Oh yes. Yeah.
What are you having? I'm just kidding.
We've got a mixture, you know, each one of my venues, I'm the singing side of it, and I said to them, you know, let's partner on this and you come up with the food. And so what I can guarantee is a classy show with great food, because I've eaten at all of these places, and they all provide a great venue and great food on every one of them. The Hays one in specific is the Country Club, and
do well.
Yeah, very well.
How do you find out about it? Obviously, if they see you, you say, Max, I need some tickets here, but where do they go to find out about all of this?
So in all of these cities that I'm going to, there are the visitor centers, and they've all got information on it for me. Hays certainly does. And then you can go to my website, maxhaverfield.com, just like it sounds, and you can get tickets there. There's a promo where you can kind of see what kind of show we've got with highlights from a recording session we did, and give you an idea of, and then bring all your friends, of course.
How long does it take to prepare for something like this?
You know, longer than a person would think. I started basically right after Christmas, putting the music together, putting the support together. You know, we find sponsors and that kind of thing to make it all happen. And then we had our first rehearsal in March. We are doing kind of boot camps, 2 or 3 day boot camps leading up to the show. To get all in shape and make sure everybody's on the same page, literally, sheet music page, and so it's really a 6-month process, and we hope that investment can go even further as we go into years ahead and making this show bigger than what it already is.
Now, are there albums? I know you have a CD out.
I have 1 CD out, and I've got a couple more in the works. This one, there won't be anything new for this show, but I've got several other people on tour with me that would like to produce an album, and so I've got possibly one for patriotic and possibly another of all original music. So.
And you can find out about that on your website as well?
Just stay tuned. There will be more information to come on that.
You'll let us know when that happens?
Certainly, yeah. You'll be the first to know, actually.
All right, Max Haverfield has been our guest here on the forum, and you go to maxhaverfield.com, correct?
That's right.
All that you can find out about the Sound of Glory tour that's going on this summer. June 13th here in Hays, 14th in Colby, 15th out in Scott City.
That's right.
And then the 28th in Overland Park, if I have it all right.
That's exactly, yeah.
Boy, we're good here. Hope to see you at one of those events, but you can find out more at maxhaverfield.com. Thanks for being on our program, Max.
Glad to be
here. And thanks for watching. The Forum is brought to you by Hays Med and by Eagle Communications, our community connected.